Did The Rock really acknowledge Roman Reigns, or is this a put on?
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto Live.
What is going on, guys? Bretto Live back with another video, and today we're talking about the March 1st, 2024 episode of Smackdown. We're going to go play-by-play, promos, matches, talking about everything that happened, all the returns, literally everything. We're not going to miss the last minute detail. We're going to get everything. We're going to talk about this Smackdown, rated at the end, give you my favorite moment. Let's do this. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we opened up the show with the new Bloodline. The Rock. It was being hyped up all week that he was returning to SmackDown once again. Roman Reigns and the main Bloodline make their entrance first, and I couldn't believe it. Roman Reigns asked Arizona to acknowledge him, and he asked him multiple times because the acknowledgement wasn't loud enough, and I couldn't agree more with Roman Reigns here. It was a very weak acknowledgement from Arizona. I heard a lot of more boos than I heard cheers, and then after Roman Reigns got the acknowledgement he so desperately needed, then came The Rock after a commercial break, which I thought was kind of odd. But anyways, The Rock came out, and he addressed the one-on-one match presented to him by Cody Rhodes, and he called Cody Rhodes a fool, because how dare he challenge The Rock when he's about to go up against the best of all time, Roman Reigns, at WrestleMania, literally less than 40 days away. How dare he challenge the People's Champ when he's about to face the Universal Champ, literally coming up. So The Rock said, I'll reason with you. Let's do a tag team match, me and Roman Reigns on night 1 of WrestleMania versus you and that clown Seth Rollins tag team match. If you guys win, no Bloodline on night 2 of WrestleMania when you fight for the title. But if we win, it's Bloodline rules night 2 of WrestleMania. I'm like, whoa, that is a big stipulation put on that tag team match, because that could literally determine whether Cody Rhodes finishes his story or not. Like, if they lose this tag team match, if Cody and Seth lose this, then Cody most likely will not finish the story. But if they do win this tag match, Cody Rhodes will definitely be one step closer to finishing the story and getting the Universal Championship. This was a heck of a promo. The Rock was destroying the crowd almost the entire time. And then The Rock proceeded to say, if you smell, and then he gets cut off by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wants The Rock to acknowledge him. What? He cut off The Rock from doing his shtick, and he wanted him to acknowledge him, and The Rock did. He proceeded to acknowledge Roman Reigns. It felt like this was a hard acknowledgement. It was really hard for The Rock to say this. You could just tell it in his voice. He's an actor, you know, so I could really tell what he was trying to do here. It was hard for The Rock to acknowledge Roman Reigns. It took a while for it to come out of his mouth, but he did. He acknowledged Roman Reigns, and then they proceeded to throw their ones to the sky. But I have to point this out, and I didn't do it 2 weeks ago, and I apologize. The Rock, he throws up the one, right? And then he proceeds to bring his thumb out like this. And then he brings it back because Paul Heyman had seen it. If you guys look back at the clip, Paul Heyman looked over and he's like, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? He had it out like this. He brought it back in because Paul Heyman saw him. The first time they threw the ones in the sky, he literally had it up the entire time just like this. What does this mean? Is this a gunshot to the back? What is this? Or is this an L? Roman Reigns is going to take an L? What does that mean, Rock? That's why I put an interchangeable hand in there. With that hand gesture, I had to point that out, bro. What does this freaking mean? Is The Rock not actually in the Bloodline? Is The Rock going to turn on Roman Reigns and screw over Roman Reigns in night 2 of WrestleMania and make sure he loses the title? I don't freaking know. Even The Rock was bashing Solo Sikoa a little bit. He was poking fun at Solo Sikoa, saying that Solo wasn't smiling enough and that he's going to sing the national anthem at WrestleMania. This was a heck of a promo. I enjoyed the snot out of it. It was long. It was like a 40-minute promo in the beginning of the show. I feel bad for Jimmy Uso, man. He's literally just in the background. Like, look, that's why I literally intentionally put him behind Roman Reigns and you could barely see him, because that's literally how they portray him on screen. I'm like, bro, I feel so bad for Jimmy. It's just a matter of time though till he faces Jey Uso, which I'm excited for that match. But yeah, this was such a kick butt promo. I really freaking enjoyed it. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section down below, and let's jump into the rest of the show. Tiffany Straton went one-on-one with Naomi. They had a little beef inside of the steel cage, so why not throw them in one-on-one action here on the blue brand of SmackDown. This match was pretty decent, short in length, but it got the point across. We saw Tiffany Straton hit the pitch perfect prettiest moonsault off the top rope to Naomi, and Naomi lost pretty easily here in this match. Like, no cheating from Tiffany or anything. Like, Naomi kind of just lost. And I don't know. Is this the downfall of Naomi already? But I mean, Tiffany Straton's hot right now, and she looked great in this match, and I'm really happy for Tiffany Straton, especially after her performance in Elimination Chamber, bro. Seeing Tiffany Straton take the dub here was absolutely amazing, dude. Hopefully she only takes more dubs from here. I mean, I hate it was at the expense of Naomi because I like Naomi too. But dude, Tiffany Straton on top for real. Bayley and Dakota Kai went up in a tag team matchup against the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. And last week, if you guys remember right, I was getting a little skeptical with Dakota Kai. At first, I believed Dakota. I'm like, she swung that chair at the Kabuki Warriors. I'm starting to trust Dakota. But last week, after that supposed attack backstage, I wasn't too keen on trusting Dakota anymore. Bayley goes for the tag in desperate need of help during this matchup with Dakota. Dakota jumps off the apron, a classic heel tactic to turn on your opponent, so then Bayley couldn't get the tag, and then it was an all-out beatdown from there. The match kind of just randomly ended. I guess you could just call it a disqualification, a no contest, nobody wins. And then it was just an all-out beatdown of Bayley, Dakota Kai taking part in this beatdown, helping out Damage Control, and here is your official new Damage Control. Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai has officially turned on Bayley. And my God, you gotta feel for Bayley. Did anybody else feel like Sasha Banks was gonna come out? I got a Sasha Banks vibe so fast here when Bayley was getting beaten down. I was like, oh my God, Sasha Banks, Sasha Banks, Sasha Banks. But no, not yet. Maybe in the future, maybe soon. You never know. You never know, dude. But yeah, this was pretty solid, and I'm really into this storyline. I like this Damage Control turning on Bayley storyline. It was unexpected, and I like it. Breaker did have, once again, another enhancement match, and I actually got the chance to watch this match back twice. Yeah, I watched it back twice because it was that freaking short. It was like a 5-second match. He speared Zion Quinn from NXT 1, 2, 3. It was all over from there. Does Zion Quinn look like a young Roman Reigns to you guys, or is that just me? But anyways, Braun Breaker took him out. Light work. Another enhancement match here for Braun. He had one last week. He had one this week. And if they continue these, it's going to get old. But I don't like enhancement matches. I don't know if that's just me. I just find them so boring. I understand the concept of them. Okay, they get the W, make them look good. But, dude, they're not going to look good if they just keep beating random dude that nobody knows, bro. For real. But Braun Breaker still looking fantastic. I love the guy. He's hype. He needs to lose those tag team championships down in NXT with Baron Corbin, though, because he needs to focus on SmackDown now. R.I.P. Virgil. I thought I'd get two of my figures here. We have the Toys R Us exclusive $1 Million Man Virgil, and then we have the striped pants Virgil right here, which I think is the better of the two. The brand, this is literally a brand new Build-A-Figure. I believe it's part of the Royal Rumble line. If you collect every one of the set, you could build them. These look really good next to each other. Once again, R.I.P. to Virgil. May he rest in peace. Legend. Carlito went one-on-one with Santos Escobar in a street fight, and I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. We're gonna see the LWO get squashed. Carlito's gonna lose, and Hell and Humberto are going to interfere, and it's gonna be all over. I was so wrong, because we saw the return of Rey Mysterio. I couldn't believe it. So you had Angel and Humberto rush the ring. It was a 3-on-1, and then here came Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. They weren't really enough to take out Legado del Fantasma, but then Rey Mysterio's music hits, and it caught me insanely off guard to hear his music again on SmackDown. He comes out with crutches, and I'm like, oh no, he's not fully healed. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't believe Rey Mysterio. He's not injured anymore. He throws those crutches aside and starts using them on Angel and Humberto, and then he targets Santos Escobar in the ring, 619, and then Carlito finishes off Santos, sends him through a table, 1, 2, 3, and LWO reigns supreme over Legado del Fantasma. It felt really good to see LWO finally get the best of Legado del Fantasma. My goodness, I swear it was LWO getting beat up every freaking week, and I was getting sick of it. But Rey Mysterio's back. Let's freaking go. He looked awesome in his Great Muta mask, and oh, I almost forgot to mention, Carlito got a chance to spit in the face of a person who didn't want to be cool, and that man was Santos Escobar. I really enjoyed this a lot. A lot of good stuff right here. I loved Rey Mysterio here. LA Knight was all over backstage looking for a certain somebody. That somebody being AJ Styles, the man that screwed him over in Elimination Chamber with a steel chair. He had that exact steel chair that Styles beat over his back in the chamber, and he was going to teach AJ Styles a lesson if he was there. Nick Aldis approaches LA Knight, notifies that LA Knight no, AJ Styles is not here on SmackDown tonight because I told him not to show up. I'm like, bro, Nick Aldis is defending AJ Styles. LA Knight has every right to be angry and beat AJ Styles with a steel chair after that. Because, man, he screwed him out of the championship at WrestleMania. But next week, I guarantee AJ Styles is going to pull up and LA Knight will be targeting him. I did enjoy this, though. He was hunting AJ Styles. And it was our main event of the show with Kevin Owens on commentary. Let me just say, Kevin Owens on commentary, literally goated guest commentator. Dude, he's so hilarious. Like, he actually made me laugh out loud multiple times during this Austin Theory versus Randy Orton match in the main event. Grayson Waller once again throwing Austin Theory under the bus, giving Austin Theory this match against Randy Orton when Austin Theory clearly did not want this match. But anyways, he had to fight Randy Orton, main event. You saw Grayson Waller get involved a little bit on the ringside area, and he got sent into the top of the table. And then in the end, we saw a wicked RKO to Austin Theory. Austin Theory is a great seller. He was going for that jump in the bottom rope. He sprung up in the air and he caught an RKO like 5 feet in the air. I was like, that was freaking sick. It gave me that Seth Rollins curb stomp RKO counter vibe, and it felt amazing. Randy Orton was literally wearing these same trunks, which was awesome. This was just a really solid match overall in the main event of the show. After the match, Grayson Waller thought he could get a little beat down on Randy Orton, but then Kevin Owens helped out Randy Orton, took out Grayson Waller, took out Austin Theory, and then helped out Orton. And Orton got another RKO in on Grayson Waller. Austin Theory took another stunner from Kevin Owens, and it was a great way to end the show. Just a really good, positive feel to end SmackDown here in Arizona. That was SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style, the review, my thoughts. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section down below. If I were to rank SmackDown this week, I'm going to give SmackDown a solid 4 to 5. I thought this was an absolutely stupendous episode of SmackDown. The favorite moment of this entire SmackDown? Oh, there's so many good ones. From the Rey return to The Rock challenging Cody and Seth to the tag match, to Dakota turning on Bayley, to Kevin Owens being on commentary. Oh my God, there were so many good things. But my favorite moment of this entire show probably has to be the Rey Mysterio return. I liked that a lot. And then coming in at number 2 would probably be Randy Orton hitting that wicked RKO. And then number 3 would probably be the tag team match announcement from The Rock. But wow, this was just an overall amazing, sold out episode of SmackDown. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review on it. Bretto Live is signing out.